Let's talk a little bit more about those efforts. Charlotte Potts is standing outside now of the site of those talks. So, Charlotte, fair to say this is a make or break round. And what's the latest there?
Well, it's definitely a make or break day. It's been 8 weeks since the German elections, 4 weeks since these negotiations started. And right behind me, you just mentioned it, the party negotiators of the four parties are meeting at this hour and hoping to present some kind of compromise at the end of the night. Or say, look, we have tried for 4 weeks now, this is not working out. And of course, these are just exploratory talks. It's a first step. Then coalition talks will follow, where they will have to find policy proposals for the next 4 years. So it'll take some time until Germany has a new government, maybe until Christmas or even after Christmas.
Charlotte, what is the general mood when we are talking about, the major players in these negotiations? How are they talking about each other? How are they talking about the issues? How are they talking to the public? And what does it say about when we could get the result here?
Well, the mood hasn't been great, especially between the smaller parties that are negotiating here, between the Greens, the business-friendly FDP, and the Bavarian Conservatives, the CSU. We've heard quite some harsh statements from them within those 4 weeks of negotiations. They could be much more excited about this. This is the first time this coalition would be possible on a national level between those four parties, and it's really been quite some tough statements. So we'll have to see if they can overcome that. This might be also just a strategy outside for their party base to appear that they are being ideologically stable on what they've promised during the elections. And within, we've been hearing that the talks are much more respectful towards each other, and that there has been already a preliminary paper been leaked to the press tonight that could tell us that negotiations are actually coming to a compromise tonight.
Okay, so that's one case scenario, the scenario where we do indeed get a compromise. Let's talk about the other case scenario. If these talks fail, what does that mean for Angela Merkel and her party?
Well, negotiators have been saying that if these talks fail, that would be a real catastrophe. It would mean that there could be called snap elections, so new elections in Germany, which has never been done before when coalition talks fail, that they've called for new elections. And it would be a disaster for Chancellor Angela Merkel, because she is a very skilled negotiator and she is leading those talks, as the chancellor in place at the moment. So if these talks fail, it would be also her failure, and it would weaken her in the months to come and in a possible new election where she might not then pose as a candidate for chancellor for her conservative party.
That would be a major change indeed. Charlotte Potts with the very latest on these German coalition talks right outside of where those negotiations are taking place. Thank you.